Begin each day with optimism and end each day with forgiveness. Happiness in life begins and ends within your heart. Welcome back to our channel. Subscribe to us right now if you have not yet done, and also don't forget to put on the bell icon so that whenever we upload a new lecture you get a notification. Today's lecture is on a very important topic, that is keratoacanthoma. The other names of keratoacanthoma is self-healing carcinoma. Remember, you can be asked a question with a name self-healing carcinoma. Don't get confused. It is nothing but the keratoacanthoma. Other names include molluscum sebum, molluscum pseudocontagiosum, and verrucoma. So remember these alternative names of keratoacanthoma. So keratoacanthoma or the self-healing cancer is a relatively common condition, and it is sometimes considered as a low-grade malignancy, and it originates in the pilosebaceous glands. The clinical features: it mimics the oral squamous cell carcinoma. The causes include sunlight, chemicals such as tar, trauma, human papilloma virus 9, 11, 13, 16, 18, 24, 25, 33, 37 and 57. These all variants of the HPV are responsible for keratoacanthoma. Then there is also some genetic predilection. It occurs more in immunocompromised patients and in patients with chromosomal aberration. It may occur in any age group. The males are affected more than the females, and it is less common in dark skinned individuals, and it occurs mostly in the sun exposed area of the body. Now, the sites of occurrence are mostly on the face and neck, the dorsum of the upper extremity. Remember, all these face, neck and the dorsum of the upper extremity is exposed to the sun. Now, the intraoral lesions, 8.1% lesions occurs on the lips and the vermilion border, and certain also in the buccal mucosa, hard palate and all. The lesion appears solitary, firm, round, reddish papule, which is characteristically dome shaped, and it is shiny. There is a central crateriform ulceration, and a keratin plug projects like a horn. There is an elevated umbilicated with a depressed central core. So here you can see a solitary, shiny, firm, round, dome-shaped nodule with a central crateriform ulceration, and in this center there you can see a keratin plug. This is a keratoacanthoma seen on the hard palate, and this is on the vermilion border of the lip. It mimics oral squamous cell carcinoma in clinical appearance. The lesion is painful, associated with regional lymphadenopathy, and it is of very small size, that is 1 to 1.5 centimeter. Initially, it appears as small firm growth, and in 4 to 8 weeks, it attains a size of 1 to 1.5 centimeter. Then it remains static for the next 4 to 8 weeks. And then after that, within 6 to 8 weeks, there is expulsion of the keratin core from the lesion. Now, the histopathology: there is hypoplastic squamous epithelium with a thick layer of ortho or parakeratin and a central plugging with mild dysplasia. At the deep leading margin, islands of epithelium can be seen, which can be seen as an invasion which mimics oral squamous cell carcinoma. Also, pseudoepitheliomatous infiltration is an important feature of this keratoacanthoma. What is this pseudoepitheliomatous infiltration? Pseudo is false, and epitheliomatous means islands of epithelium in the connective tissue. Now, true form of epitheliomatous infiltration occurs in oral squamous cell carcinoma, but in keratoacanthoma there is this false epitheliomatous infiltration or the pseudoepitheliomatous infiltration. Now, at the margins of the lesion there is the characteristic finding. What is that? Remember, at the margins of keratoacanthoma, the normal epithelium is elevated towards the central portion of the crater. So if this is the central portion of the crater and this is black line is the epithelium, this epithelium is elevated towards the central portion of the crater and there is an abrupt change in the normal epithelium. And the epithelium appears hyperplastic and acanthotic. So here you can see in this picture, here at the margins of the lesion, the epithelium is elevated and this portion of the epithelium also shows acanthosis. And this is the central keratin filled core of the lesion. The treatment of the lesion is precise surgical excision. The next lecture will be on the oral nevi. That's all for now. Happy studying.